how to make sure that your products would sell even before you build it. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the strategies that's helping our business validate and really ensure that our products would sell even before we start building it. So this is a way how to validate that your product or that your business idea would sell even before you start building it, so that you would be able to know if it's a wise move, it's a good decision to proceed and spend time and effort to create that product. All right, so the lesson is called the pre-selling strategy. So pre-selling strategy has been applied or is being applied to different industries already, and actually it's really very powerful and very helpful. And now it's actually also very useful and very helpful when it comes to the digital information product business. So let me share with you an example where this is widely used right now. So in the real estate industry, I know that you have experienced this already, that when you go to a mall before, right, pre-pandemic, somebody would approach you, and then that person will offer you or will show you a brochure first, and then will offer you a property, right? And then you would discover that the property is not yet being constructed. No, it's just this brochure, and it's just this, they're going to show you this toy building or this 3D architectural perspective, right? And they will explain that it's on a pre-selling mode, and they're not yet starting the construction, but you'll be able to purchase this property for a very discounted price, a big discount. And so for a premium product, and then for a big discount. So that's why it's irresistible. That's why, it's also getting sold out, right? Even though the property is not yet being constructed. In the same way, we can also use that same strategy here in the digital information business. How? Okay, so this pre-selling strategy, I have been using this in my business, and actually for several launches. Before I do a launch, I would always try and pre-sell my product to my target audience. How and why? Okay, let's start with the why first. Why? Number one, it gives you that proof. It gives you that validation. So that when people actually buys your product, even for a pre-selling stage and for a big discount, it means that people would be interested. People would be willing to give their money and use their credit card to invest in your product. So that's a really powerful validation. So that means when people already buys your product, you need to go and spend time and effort to really create that product, right? Number two, when you're doing a pre-sale, and then for example, you already have that product, you have that first version of your product. This is not the 100% version yet. This might be 70% or 60% version of your product, and you're already delivering the product. You're already sharing the information, and then you're now able to get that feedback. You're now able to get the reaction of your audience, your students, right? And so this feedback now can help you improve the product further. So now when you create the version 2.0 of your product, it would be for, it would be an improved version, right? And you would now get these improvements from your prospects, and then of course from your actual students right now, from your first batch. And then so you would apply those improvements, and then just imagine the second version now of your product, right? With all the improvements, with all this additional information, right? So you would be able to add information as well. You would be able to add more content as well to your product, because you already have these questions. You were already able to solicit these questions and then these reactions from your first batch of audience or students or paying clients, right? And number three, you can now get testimonials. Okay, number one, validation. Number two is for the improvement of your product. Number three is testimonials, right? So the third one is actually when you have this first batch, let's say you already pre-sold your products, and then there was this group of people, first group of people who invested, right? And then they would spend time with you, and then you delivered your best training. So now, even for a very, big discount or for a small price, you should deliver the best service, highest quality of your service to this first batch of your students. I call them my VIP batch, my pre-sale VIP batch. Why? Because I wanted to have that reminder that these are my VIP, and I needed to really serve them the best way I can. Why? Because at the end of your delivery, at the end of your message or your training, you will ask for a testimonial. And so imagine now if this first batch they were very happy, they were very satisfied because they have invested for a very discounted price, but they were, they received so much information, they were very happy with your service and the quality. And so now they would be willing to give you testimonials. And your testimonials now, plus the improved version, right, of your product, now you would have that confidence, you would have that momentum to really be able to sell it, the next version of it, sell it at a higher price, right? And people would see the reason. People would believe your reason of selling it at a higher price now. People would believe in your product more. Why? Because they see that there are people already very happy using your product or learning from you. And of course, they would see all of this improved information. And so those are the reasons why I really want to encourage you to start and try pre-selling your product first before you build your very first product, or before you build your product or your business, right? So the next thing is the how. How do you do this pre-selling of your product, right? So in this video, I'm going to give you a very quick preview of how do you do this pre-selling strategy, okay? And so number one is that you need to be able to conduct a survey. You need to be able to ask first, okay? Create or post a very quick or short survey in your account right now, personal or social media account right now, or maybe in your different Facebook groups, as long as it's allowed, okay, to post a very quick survey. And then you ask them what are the things, what are the lessons that they wanted to learn about a certain topic. Right? This topic should be you're the one who, this topic should be the one that you're expert in, should be the one that you're passionate about, and so on. So next is when you get all this information, now you create this post of promotion. You now create this information. You now post this information in your social media accounts that you are going to launch. You're going to pre-sell, okay, your very first version of your product. And then it's actually, you will be learning all of this, the contents that came from your survey, and then for a very big discount. So you offer it at a very big discount first, maybe 50, 40, 30% discount or 60% discount. It's up to you, as long as you do not give it away for free. Okay, your very first version, your pre-selling version, your some marketers call this the beta version of your product. I call this my VIP version of my product. And then so you include all of this information from the survey, and then you launch it at a discount, right? So now people would see the value from the content, and of course would also see that this would be attractive because it's being sold for a very big discount, right? And then the next step is you deliver that content, you deliver that training for this very first batch. So don't accept, 100, 200 students first. Okay, maybe 20, 30, 40 students first. This is your first batch. And so again, because you want to over-deliver, you want to serve them the best way you can. And so so that you will be able to get testimonials also. So imagine, if you accept all of these 100 students, at the first launch, and then so it will be very difficult to manage. So I want you to just maybe select and choose a good number, 15, 20, 25, 30 number for your first batch. And then give them the best service, give them the best, information. And then so now after that, you ask them for their reaction, you ask them for additional questions, and then you ask them for testimonials. Okay? So this is just a very quick introduction for you guys of how and why you need to be able to pre-sell. You need to learn the power of pre-selling your information product, business, or service. Okay, so even before you build that product, you already have that validation. You already have that information that your product would sell. Okay, so thank you so much. This has been JB Borromeo, and I hope that you will subscribe to this channel for more tips and techniques. How do you now deliver? How do you now create that expertise? Turn that expertise into a business online. So below this video, there's going to be a link that I want you to click so that you'll be able to download a free material. How do you convert your expertise into highly profitable expert business?